Doop, doop, doo. Alrighty, what's going on, folks? We're going to give us a couple of minutes to get rolling, and then we'll get into all the fun stuff that is this particular game. As far as the lack of audio, that is going to be simply because too many copyright issues, YouTube with video game music and voices, and etc. etc. Blame YouTube for that. Oh, that's right. Sweetening this out, so we have some stuff going on there. Oops. Alrighty. Well, ironically, Nosy, you're not wrong because this particular game does take place in mostly a desert, from what I've seen, at least from all the info I've seen about it. All right, so let's get into this. So, yes, as you can see, this is obviously my Switch games that I have. So, we'll be looking at. Oh, we'll update later. So, this particular game was originally released on the PS4 around 2018. And then there was a re-release recently by P-Cube for this particular game. So we're going to be taking a look at it and see just how it is. Obviously, I know there's no audio. Again, that's more of an issue with, quite frankly, YouTube. I'm just not in the mood to get nailed with that nonsense, as it is quite annoying. Not gonna lie. Options, display options. All right, so display options, camera access, not a whole lot there. Audio, yeah, controller guide. There we go. I'm sure there's a tutorial. We'll get into that. New game. I hope they do at least have subtitles for all any story stuff that they might be having. I have no idea. Haven't played this. Don't know how it performs. Don't know what it looks like. I heard about the original release on the PS4. Never really interested me. Well, we're not gonna be silly. We're gonna use my own name. I mean, if an RPG allows you to do it, why not? Right? Accept. Okay. Yes. Nosy, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's just say there are certain areas that there's a reason that doesn't exist. And I'll leave it at that. Family friendly here. Let's just say separation of personalities. So performance wise, I would say there's a this is probably running at 30 or just below. So it's not horrible, but you can tell it's not running like what most people would consider great. I mean, granted, this is for the Switch, so there is that. So take it with a grain of salt. Ooh, just got rocked. So the cool thing about this is like eventually you're supposed to get a customizable tank. That's most game tips in general, isn't it? That was it. That's reading. If you encounter a monster that is too strong for you, you may need to retreat. Press B. So I need to get to the door. As I say, most game tips are not great. Dear Lord, who's still rocking me? Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. They're directing it to the tank. Vehicle found. Check strength. Weaponry. Cool. So they give you the option to upgrade stuff. That's awesome. Engine, bull. Okay, so this does have RPG mechanics, which is cool. Board. I want to see required type 10 2.0. Yeah, whatever. I don't need to really. I don't care about the name of the tank. Confirm. Oh, tanks. Riding in a tank increases your survival chances considerably compared to walking on foot. Thanks, living beings. Better armor. It's a 0. If tanks are attacked, tank controls on the tank, you move forward. Oh man, oh god. Okay, so they have this in some weird kind of setup. Directionally, so like to pivot the tank is your left and right bumper. To move forward is the typical what you would normally find. Okay. So where am I supposed to go? Becomes the question. Ah, okay, I see. Need to blow the wall apart. I guess you could say I'm about as bad of a driver as Ryan is as a gamer. All right, there's that. Of course, I'm gonna laugh when Ryan shows up. Every time Ryan's like Michael. Anytime I say something about negative about him, he shows up. Anytime anybody says anything negative about Plasma, Michael shows up. Okay, so the artwork's like this kind of artwork right here that you're seeing right now. I do like the loading artwork. That's kind of cool. Load times, not a fan so far. Like I don't expect instant on these. So this is being upscaled on a 1080p screen that I'm seeing. So you can see some kind of jaggies and that kind of stuff, graphically speaking. You know, just kind of blandness. Like that's cool, but like if you look at like just the top of the smokestacks, you can kind of see where the graphics look a little rough, shall we say? Oh, why are we getting the stuttering? We shouldn't be getting any stuttering. That's weird. Well, guess I'll have to play it this way then. Full screen. I'm gonna go about it this way. Not ideal, but it will work. Wait, where am I supposed to go? So they don't exactly give you like a lot of direction per se, which I guess if you're those kind that you actually like that. Map. Well, that's interesting. It's just a big open world that you just go and explore and fight. I'm like, is that a shtick? Oh, okay, I see. This Iron Bay is calling out to the waste, looking for monster hunters to keep champion. Let's fight these monsters. Let's slay these monsters if you can bring out. Prove your worth. Okay. Is that it? Was it just those two? Like what? Yeah, how many monsters do I have to kill is the question. 3. Okay. Well, they could definitely do with some figuring out what exactly machine guns are weak in the cannons, why they don't have a limited supply of bullets. Machine guns, mix and match these types that suit your style the most. Okay. Get back in. Guess we'll go here. And in we go. Okay. That's an interesting way to start the tutorial, I guess. Not a whole lot of clarity on what is really going on. And this is in typical like anime-ish kind of fashion. I do like the character artwork. Like the still image character artwork, not necessarily the character models, but the character artwork that like these stills are taking. Charge some maintenance. And who would that be? Mute. Alright, so I've said for you here evidence to use however you want. I don't mean to brag, but there's no place in the world safe and secure as it is here. Think about it, get pressure up, keep your feet on the soft bed, blah blah blah. Okay. So do I get to explore? Report to Iron Base. Clean up and have some rest. So they have an extinction counter, which finding survivors other once you defeat an enemy, once you return, the meter will rise to reflect that. Keep an eye on the meter to travel on wastes. Can't walk up there. Where can I walk? So performance-wise, this kind of reminds me of Yeast 9, which had a similar kind of slower control kind of feel to it. It almost feels like the old Killzone games where there's like a heaviness to the movement. It's kind of the only way to really describe it. Okay, what's this? HQ. Okay. Coffee drink. Oh. Okay. Get your own rum. Cool. That's not where I'm looking to go at the moment, though. I'm going to explore a bit. Okay, well, let me go in there. What about over here? What's all this? Where are you? Where are you? Okay. Yeah, so we'll go over here then. Take a break. Relax for a day. Sure. Yeah. So let's see what happens after that. My understanding is that this game is more gameplay oriented than story oriented. So, um, yeah. All right. So we got a couple of quests here. Let's see what we got. Like the last drunkard. Nope, still nothing. Can I fall? Oh, stupid invisible bridges. I don't like that. Invisible walls are annoying. Ooh, chess. Great, whatever. Same difference. Revival capsule. Ooh, excuse me. Once you've chosen the formation you prefer, you can select sortie and leave the base. You're free to go at any time of day as well. So, day or nights? Do you have a night cycle? Is the question. Sortie counter. Let's go to garage. Weapon modifications. Gatling machine gun. Enhance. Yes. Ants. Yes. Oh, I can't build anything. That's no fun. Sorry. Bye. Tank. 9. Ooh, did I see laser cannons? Okay, that's awesome. Uh, X. Okay, not gonna lie. Some of those sound really cool. So, I want to thank the developer slash publisher PQs for giving me a key for this. By the way, I always enjoy trying out some of the newer games on different kind of systems. But this is available on PS4 and Steam as well, I believe. So it's more interesting to try some on the more console side of things sometimes, as much as I look, quote unquote PC gaming, even though all my gaming is currently done in Linux, as this video is being streamed and done in Linux. Garuda specifically, for those that want to know. Strength in numbers and all that. That's for survivors. Try searching around the local survivor camps. We'll give you 1,000 gold for every. Okay. Sortie from base complete. Hey, level up. Head to survivor camp. Defeat the cat. Okay. So for this, it's supposed to be gameplay first, story just kind of there. Artwork wise, like that looks really cool. Like the load screen. Alright, so Tokyo Desert also need the information on the one enemies as they become more relevant. Okay. I think I figured it out, thanks. It's not rocket science. Oops. Alright, so where There we go. So they go way over there. Another one bites the dust. So how many can I kill is the question. Debris, that's nice. I gotta keep going. Or you could disappear. Where did you go? Oh, ran away. Kaboom. Kaboom. I'm trying to figure out why you wouldn't, you know, try to dig up these mechs that are buried. Like, oh, hey, cool, we have a tank. Awesome. I have a better idea. I'd rather have a quadruped, walking tank. Basically a Metal Gear, as it were. Skills. Oop, and I'm dead. I'm gaming as good as Ryan is now. Curious to see what happens when you actually die. Okay, a dog with a machine gun attached to you. All right, that's pretty cool. They really do need to work on these load times, though. So the load times and kind of the overall performance needs to be drastically improved. Like the delay between a press and like an actual like the camera movement is not stellar by any means. So now, time for cheap plugs because that's how we roll. This stream is provided to you by DigitalOcean and Bitwarden. If you want some more information on those fine folks, you can go to tuxdigital.com/sponsors and see what they got cooking for special deals and whatnot. So see what happens after 7 days of rest. Absolutely nothing. Never mind. Yeah, see, like you try targeting a very particular like no. Let's talk. Well, that was short. So, performance wise on the Switch, default experience, I didn't update to the latest, any patches or anything that they might have done. You can modify, yeah, I know. Any thing that I've seen so far, the slow camera rotation and movement and just like overall like delay on the button presses is kind of obnoxious, not gonna lie. And literally the Switch is maybe sitting like 8 inches, 8 to 9 inches from me. So like you press it and there's, I don't know, maybe a third of a second delay. And that doesn't translate great to the gameplay experience. Not, I would say if you have a choice for games that if gameplay is your focus, the game itself, I can see how the gameplay would be nice and kind of addictive and stuff. That kind of mix of real time and not real time. This I could definitely understand why you would get into that, strictly for the combat. However, the Switch particulars, the delayed feedback on the controller and that kind of stuff, not a big fan. And the pivoting and the control layout, little wonky for people who aren't used to that, where it's, you know, your back triggers are for your movement and the left and right bumpers are to actually pivot the turret while the stick drives it. So it's a little weird for some things. Um, Not ideal on the Switch. Just not gonna lie. And then let's not even get started on the graphics. I didn't expect a graphically pleasing or intense game. Um, Again, I'm looking at this probably 2 feet away from a 1080p screen, and it's rough. It's high end PS2. Like, I'm not trying to be mean about it, but that's just kind of the vibe I get from this particular feel of the game and stuff, unfortunately. Not exactly the most stellar impression for this game. Others might enjoy it. Not so much. So there's your kind of take on it. If the Switch is the only way you can play this game, default experience without the update until that becomes the new default experience, it's rough. It's rough from a gameplay perspective, graphics perspective. I can see what they're trying to do, but the experience is not stellar. You can tell they tried cramming a PS4 game onto, you know, a Switch, and unfortunately, it shows. So, not a lot to say in this one, unfortunately, guys. So I'm gonna probably end up cutting this one a bit short, unfortunately. Other than that, I will catch you guys next week with probably, if we're looking at what I got available, we're probably looking at maybe either Blackguard 2. There's a few other games that I have that I could potentially look at playing. We'll figure it out. Right now, it might be Blackguard 2. It's probably the one that I'll probably end up doing for next week. So I'll leave it open for questions if you guys got any for a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Just not a big fan of the implementation on the Switch. Just too many hits on the performance. It's almost, it feels like a game that was designed for a different console, which it was originally the PS4, that was ported to the Switch, and it suffers for it. So it's like seeing some of those lazy old PSP ports, or some of those lazy old 360 to PS3 ports. And that's kind of, I'm not saying it's a lazy port, I'm just saying the port isn't great from the base system that it's originally from. So there's your first impressions of Metal Max Xeno Reborn for the Switch. Not the most positive one, but I also got to be real. And while I continue to play it, I don't. No, probably not. Unfortunately, just that performance definitely is. I'm pretty low on my performance list of stuff, but not when it comes to the base control speeds and that kind of stuff. That's a kill for me. on that. So if you guys want to see what the replay was, well, you guys know what to do. There's the rewind button. You can also make sure you subscribe to the GameSphere YouTube channel. And I will catch you guys next week. All right. Peace.